Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess Leah, and this is the Daily Divine Messages from Spirit, our weekend wisdom, and we are celebrating our 8/8 Lions Gate portal. It is at its peak today. The Lionsgate portal opened on July 26th, and it goes until August 11th or 12th. However, today, 8/8, is when it is at its peak, and it is the strongest and most, uh, what's the word that's coming through? Palatable. That's the word that wants to come through, but I don't even know if that's the right word. But this is a very, very, very beautiful day. We have a lot of there, and it's interesting right now because my brain keeps going blank when I'm looking for certain words. So it's almost like today is beyond words. Today is a day of feeling. And it's interesting how as soon as I started this live, my throat is starting to close up, which it does quite often whenever I start going live. And it could be the Palo Santo smoke, it could be the throat chakra closing, but it wants to. There's a blockage, and Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle here to join us and embark and show his presence. This is a grandma's energy that's also showing up. Whenever my cat shows up in the reading, I see it as someone's grandmother's spirit, whether she is living or transition, is here with you. And right now, she's very dominant because for Tony to have just stood across the screen like that, and now he's looking at himself in the mirror because he's so pretty. But yes, there is a intuitive message here from Grandmother Spirit, and maybe it has to do with the blockage of the throat chakra. Grandmother Spirit wants us to clear the blockage that is preventing the flow of our words, of our expressions, to be able to be visible and heard. So I'm hearing invisibility wound for someone. Maybe you are learning, or the visibility wound, the opposite of invisibility. Maybe there is something that you are working on around being seen, being heard, and valuing what you have to say and share with the world. So let's tap into our heart chakra and see what kind of energies this weekend and this Lionsgate portal in 8/8 portal is wanting us to move into. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're a returning family and friend, welcome back, beloveds. Always appreciate your support. And if you haven't already done so, and you want to be a part of our Itty Bitty Vibe tribe, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know whenever I go live. And on your way in or out, if any of this resonates, hit that like button too to let us know that you are here. But you can place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and we're going to tune into the vibrations of this heart chakra sound bowl. Whatever messages come through for you, those are messages for you. If your mind feels like it's constantly racing, scattered with different thoughts, different visions that prevent you from being in this present moment, if it takes your focus away from your current activities, maybe you find yourself having a hard time staying engaged in a conversation or staying on task with a project. I'm having a vision of practicing meditation as my throat is still wanting to close. There's now something that feels stuck in my throat. So maybe you are feeling stuck in your self-expression because your mental is scattered and stuck. And sitting in meditation, sitting in silence for even just a few minutes at a time, between 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Move your way up to 15 minutes of just sitting still with your eyes closed, focusing on your breathing. And if 5 minutes is too long, start with 1 minute. Just so you can get in the feel of what it's like for you to be still, for your mind to be still, for your body to be still, for you to be connected and in tune with your body. And the more you do that, the more you're able to stay more focused on the present. And I'm looking down and I'm seeing the Four Agreements message here in one of the decks, and it says, keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. This is the new beginning. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. And I feel like as my hands got a little bit off of the bowl and it made that ding sound, that was the confirmation to slow down and be in this present moment, to be at peace, and to not overthink. I kind of want to start with the Moonology. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Maybe that might be why your brain feels scattered sometimes. If you're looking at just a small focus picture and so it feels like unfinished or not full, so you continue to focus on that. You continue to keep your mind on that. Or maybe even the opposite. You're thinking too broadly or in the big picture to the point where there's too much going on and you do need to focus a little bit more on now instead of 5 years from now, 5 days from now, 5 weeks from now, and even 5 minutes from now. And in that space, release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So we had our full moon in Aquarius not too long ago, and we're getting ready for our new moon solar eclipse in Leo this coming Wednesday on the 12th. And you are so very close to achieving your goal. But your negativity, there is negativity that is blocking you. Negativity around, I'm hearing false expectations appearing real, fear. So maybe there's a goal that you are really focused on and really desiring. But what's blocking you from expressing that and flowing to that goal is this negative energy around the false expectations of failing or, uh, falling or getting hurt, or, there's that risk factor and the vulnerability of sharing your heart and soul and ideas, and that's okay. But that negativity is no longer serving you. Look, even here, confirmation with the Four Agreements says, say goodbye to sadness and drama. Don't make assumptions. And I love the dandelions here because it reminds me actually of the flowers that I was just throwing away earlier because they were moving into this dandelion space, and I blew those dandelion seeds outside, hoping that maybe they'll reemerge as flowers later. We'll see. I didn't plant them. I just, I guess I could have made some wishes. I guess I did intentionally, right? But all of the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. The whole world of control between humans is based on that. Take a moment and consider this. How is it? Take a moment and consider how humans have been trying to control each other by we make assumptions and take things personally. The false expectations appearing real is making an assumption. False evidence appearing real is making an assumption if we believe that it's real, right? And then we take it personally of how someone else is going to react to our goal or our desires or our thoughts. But that is what we're releasing in order to get to this next goal. The negativity of sadness and drama. Look, another don't make assumptions agreement. Speak openly and honestly. When you speak openly and honestly, you won't have to make assumptions. The day you stop making assumptions, you will communicate cleanly and clearly and achieve impeccability with your word. And that keeping your throat chakra open, unblocking the blockages are the assumptions. The blockages are the fears. The blockages are the negativities and the sadness and the drama. The second agreement is don't take things personally. That's why. Because we make assumptions, we take them personally. We believe in the false expectations and evidences appearing real. And then we react in a way that cuts us off from our life force energy. But this is the weekend to reclaim our life force energy. Number 34 could be a soul path number, your age, reducing to 7 of divine. You're so close, very close to achieving your goal. That soul path energy needs you. She of the Lotus, This 8-8 portal is transforming us through, out of the mucky waters that the lotus flower grows in. She of the Lotus has gone through muck and mud and murk in order for the beauty of the lotus flower to emerge. 43. So that we just had 34 with life force energy. And now we have 43. Reducing to 7 as well. So maybe that's an age, but the mirroring of the numbers 34, 43, that might have a significant meaning if you want to look up 3443 or maybe even 4334. But that mirroring is showing this forward and backwards, this reflection of who we are and where we've come, and the reflection of all that is around us and those who are showing us parts of ourselves that we are healing, and the life force energy that we are reclaiming. Earth, nurture nature, number 14, reducing to 5, of change, of shifts, of freedom and grace. Nurture this earth, nurture your nature, your natural essence, which is love. Nurture the seeds that have been planted in you. And trust, just as all of God's earth's living things, trust that they will be given all the nutrients that they need. Trees, flowers, grass, none of them, all of them, have this wisdom of trusting that their seeds will bloom, that their roots are deep enough to sustain enough nutrients to get through all of the seasons of life. And this 8-8 portal weekend is showing us, is supporting us to know that we can get through all of the seasons of life. This 4 of Cups has continued to come out just about every reading in the last 2 or 3 readings. And so I think it still also tells for this energy here of releasing negativity, not focusing on the spilled cups anymore, the drama, the sadness, but transforming. You're going through a transformation this weekend by focusing and choosing to see the standing cups, the cups that are still standing, the blessings that are still here, because there's divine intervention, divine clarity. This Ace of Swords. And the 3 of Cups, look at that, underneath the Ace of Swords. And we have these 3 cups that are standing, and the 4 of Cups here, 3 and 4. 3 of Cups represents celebration, soul tribe, attracting the right people, the right energies, the right resources that will enable you to what? Achieve your goals. And what is that goal? What are you nurturing? What do you need to release in order to nurture so that you can trust in all of these abundant opportunities? Eights is the number of infinite abundance. Let this weekend continue to transform you. Let whatever needs to be transformed through you. Let the negativity and the sadness and the drama be transformed out of you, because you are now past, you have made it past and through the murky, mucky waters. You have made it past and through the parts of your life that have been painful, and you are transforming that, transmuting that energy into the spiritual abundance that the lotus flower holds. Infinite. The lotus flower represents the seventh chakra of the crown chakra because of its infinite abundance. It's the lotus flower represents having unlimited petals. So it's supposed to just keep going. That's what the lotus flower represents, our infinite, unlimited abundance. Despite and in spite and because of all of the things that we've gone through. And now we can release it all and just be in this beautiful moment. Be in this beautiful moment. Thank you, Spirit. That's a very, very beautiful message. I hope that this message touches the souls that need it. I trust that this message will find those who are seeking it. And I hope that this weekend brings you and moves you into all of the abundance of life's blessings and beauties and benefits. So you take care of yourself. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my Itty Bitty Vibe Tribe so we can continue on this journey to conscious love. And until next time, I will see you in the next moon. Peace and love. Namaste.